You've used an AI like ChatGPT, right? It's amazing. But what if I told you that what you're seeing is just the very, very tip of the iceberg? Today, we're going to go under the surface and see how we can take that raw intelligence and build things that feel less like a neat trick and more like the actual future.
So I want you to imagine a powerful AI as this brilliant, genius-level brain. It's got encyclopedic knowledge, it's incredibly insightful, but there's a huge catch. It's a brain stuck in a box, completely sealed off from the real, live, ever-changing world.
Let's make this super real. You can ask an AI to write a beautiful poem about the history of aviation, no problem. But you can't ask it to actually book you a flight for next Tuesday. So why not? What's the missing piece here? And here it is. This is the heart of the problem. As you can see, that AI's knowledge is basically frozen in time. It has a cutoff date. It has no idea about today's news, let alone today's flight prices. It's also totally walled off from your private information, your company files, your emails, and crucially, it has no hands. It can't do anything in the real world. It can't interact with the website's API to actually book that flight. This is the exact problem that LangChain was built to solve. If the AI is that brilliant brain in the box, think of LangChain as the master toolkit that finally gives it arms, legs, eyes, and ears, connecting it to everything outside that box.
Now, let's be crystal clear about something. LangChain itself is not another AI model. It's a framework, a set of building blocks that developers use to build applications on top of an AI. It's the essential bridge that connects the AI's raw intelligence to the real world of data, tools, and action.
Okay, so how does this bridge actually work? Well, let's look at the first core component in the LangChain toolkit, chains. And the name is perfect, right? Think of them like an assembly line for AI tasks, linking multiple steps together to create a really powerful automated workflow.
This restaurant generator is a perfect example. You start with one simple input, Mexican. The first link in the chain asks the AI to generate a creative name, and it spits out Taco Temptation. Then, and this is the key, that output automatically becomes the input for the next link in the chain, which then generates a whole menu. It's simple, it's sequential, and it's incredibly powerful.
Now, chains are great for those pre-planned workflows, but this is where it gets truly futuristic. Let's talk about agents. If a chain is a fixed assembly line, an agent is the smart foreman running the factory floor, deciding which tool to use and what to do next, all on its own. This is the absolute game changer. The AI is no longer just a fancy encyclopedia. With an agent, it becomes a reasoning engine. It can look at your request, assess the tools it has, like a web search, a calculator, or a database, and then create a step-by-step plan to get you the answer. All right, let's watch one in action. A user asks for Elon Musk's age. The AI thinks, I don't know this offhand. My knowledge is out of date. So, its first logical move is to decide on an action. It recognizes that it has a knowledge gap, and it chooses the perfect tool for the job, the Wikipedia search tool. Okay, the search works. The agent now has the birth date. But it's smart enough to know it's not done. It reasons, okay, I have the date, but the user asked for the age. I need to do a calculation. So it decides to use another tool, the calculator. And there it is. By reasoning through the problem, picking the right tools in the right order, and putting the results together, the agent delivers a perfect, up-to-date answer, something the original brain in the box could never, ever have done alone. So we've got chains for creating workflows, and we've got agents for taking action, but for a truly natural interaction, for a real conversation, there's one more critical piece of the puzzle: memory. This slide shows the difference perfectly. On the left, without memory, every question starts from zero. The AI is stateless. It has no clue you're still talking about the cricket match. But look at the right. With memory added through LangChain, the AI retains the context. It can follow the conversation just like a person would, which leads to a much more natural and, frankly, useful interaction. So what happens when you combine all these powerful tools? When you give an AI structured workflows with chains, the ability to reason and act with agents, and the power of conversational memory, well, you get the blueprint for the entire next generation of AI. Let's just recap the superpowers LangChain gives that brain in a box. It lets it connect to the outside world. It lets it chain tasks together. It lets it act using real tools, and it lets it remember past conversations.
I mean, the applications here are just mind-boggling. From personal assistants that can actually manage your inbox to complex autonomous agents that can research, plan, and execute entire projects. The brain is finally out of the box. And the only question left is, what are we going to build with it?